So we're gonna seal up. One last thing. Well, one thing more. You have a message for the younger generation. You have a message for the Ethiopian youth and the
Well,
people listening right now.
really, like they said, good man is not ever honored in his own country. So yeah, there's a message for Ethiopia, but there's a message for everyone, because many called, few shall be chosen. So this message is a worldwide message. You can be in Alaska, you can be in anywhere, you can be in the mountaintop in Colombia, you can be in Tennessee, you can be in Miami City, anywhere you can be, and you could hear this. You don't have to be from a certain place. What has been hidden from the wise and the prudent is now being revealed to the babe and to the suckling. And what that means is that those who are all pompous and think they know it all, they know nothing. So this message comes to those who are mind is empty. Because once you have a mind that's full and you've already stuck in your ways, it's very hard for an old dog to learn new tricks, So it's better to just start with the youths, because they haven't been tainted. They haven't been inoculated by this European story, which is a lie. It's a lie. 13th century Emperor Constantine created this version of white Christ. It's known, we know this, but before the 13th century, you'll see that there's images of a black Christ. So how did he get white when he was bronze? How did this happen? That's what you have to ask yourself,
Yes, so Vision. After the Vision came 3 more albums.
Yeah, Magnificent People is chapter 2, because it's about magnificent people. All my music is written about this land, because there's no other land really that inspires me. Everything else is a farce, The World Cup, the World Series, this is just a lie. It's just a little game to entertain yourself while government officials continue to rape the land, disrespect the land, take indigenous people's land away, more and more peace treaties, and they never honor these treaties. Look at the indigenous Native American in America. This is probably the saddest story ever. Look what they did in Hawaii. Look what they did in the Philippines. Look what they've done everywhere. Look what they did in the Congo. King Leopold. Look what Cecil Rhodes did to Europe. To Africa. He just came and they just conquered, just take it like they're allowed to take these things. Exploit the people and make them work for their own good. This is not right. You think God is happy with this? God is not happy with this. You must pay a price. There's a thing called karma, that what goes around must come around again, and what goes up must come down. But you can buy it off with your money, and you can buy it off with your guns and your ammunition and your nuclear power. But eventually, the Almighty will avenge this, and He will avenge His children, and the meek shall inherit the earth. This is written, he who was first shall be last, and he that was last shall be first. Rastafari says so.
So, all right, we have two little questions. Last thing, well, I'm gonna roll it into one question then.
Roll it.
Firstly, what can we expect in the future from Ras Johnny Dread?
Well, after this visitation here to the Holy Land, to the real Holy Land, not to the land of holes, but the real Holy Land, is only inspiration. I have about 50 songs in my head, and now it's just a matter of because I don't really write lyrics. It's a matter of hearing the rhythm and going and letting the inspiration take a ride, So I look forward to getting back to a studio and regurgitate everything that is inside of me right now. It's about 5 years of material, or maybe even further. A lot of material that's inside of me is all gonna come out like a river right now. Very simple. Yeah.
So tell us, obviously, last thing, the man is a herbalist, the man is a ganja advocate. Tell us about the importance of the
ganja. Marijuana is, like Peter Tosh says, marijuana is a girl from Cuba, It's a plant. Like Bob Marley says, I'm not gonna try to make up anything. Bob already told you, it's a plant. Why these people don't want you to have this herb when it's so good for us? The emperor wears no clothes. They don't want us to this is the herb of inspiration. They go and they go all out to make alcohol and beer, and then mix the hops with the barley, and they ferment it, and they do all these things, wine and alcohol, and and then the cocaine with the cocoa leaves, and they manipulate it to bring down man, and then they go to the poppy plants out in Afghanistan and these places. Why? When the herb is right there, because the herb, wow, the herb, like Bob Marley says, it gives you time to know yourself, man. It gives you time to just, calm down. Herb, God don't make no mistakes, you know. Just like he made the apple, just like he made the tomato, like he made the banana, he made herb to heal us. And as we're seeing now, you have CBD in the stores now. You get herbs sold across the counter now in many states. Some are fighting it, but eventually, whatever God creates is perfect. And so he will avenge what Babylon has tried to taint, you know. In the 30s with Prohibition, and they made a movie called Reefer Madness, because they don't want you to be bright. They don't want you to be inspired. They want you to keep you numb with the alcohol and the cocaine and the heroin and the barbiturates and the over-the-counter opioids. You know, America's on drugs right now. Since the Civil War, America's been on drugs. Back in the day, it was morphine, you know, but now it's opium. To this day, mother's little helper. Half of America is on drugs right now, and you don't even know it. And they're trying to avoid the herb. And the herb is what could solve this problem. So as you see, as the herb gets more and more accepted, you will start seeing companies like McDonald's, Monsanto, and all these Babylonian companies coming in to take advantage of the herb, you know, and start to reap profits off the marijuana. The same thing that they've been fighting for years and years and years. Now they want to conquer it and own it and sell it, make a profit. But we're not going to let them do that. Rasta. Herb is the healing of the nation. And in Genesis it tells you that any tree bearing seed is for man's consumption. And grass is for the fowls and for the birds. You can read that in Genesis chapter 1. Yeah, just look it up. Marijuana is our best friend. But people want to ignore it, fight it down. Yeah. So as you know, children of Jah, Rastafari, ganja, not marijuana, ganja, and reggae music. Reggae music was designed to praise the Almighty. It's not reggae where reggae has been stray gay, you know, it's stray from the root. Reggae was created to sing to the Almighty, and that's it. So if you're singing reggae and you're singing with other lyrics, it's no longer reggae. You're exploiting it. The devil always comes in and takes what the angel created. From the beginning of time, the devil waits, he waits, and when he sees something is good, he comes in and he takes advantage of it. And that's what he's done to the reggae music now. So nowadays, you don't even know what reggae music is. Yeah. Rastafari.
Yes,
Bless up.
Rastafari. Johnny Dread, give thanks for joining I on the show today. Any last message? Sign off. Bless up the people.
Well, the message is, Rastafari, know thyself and be true to thyself and seek your best. Try to seek the lion, you know, and forget all the illusion and all the confusion that Babylon has been put on us, and seek the truth, man. That's what I advise to everyone. And even if the people are telling you no, say yes, and you push on through and you persevere, and your commitment will allow you to get to that mountaintop, you know? Because everyone now is in the cesspool, swimming in that dirty water. If you want that clean crystal water, you gotta rise to the top of the heap. And to get to the top of the heap is you gotta be in Rastafari land, you know? Rastafari gotta be on your mind. Because when you check it out, every of them is a lie. It's all a lie. Yeah, Rastafari. Keep your eye on the prize. Bless it.
We have vision. Well, I have a vision, yes, a little region. Holy Mount Zion. Well, a vision, yes, a little region. Lion.
Ethiopia for me is the highland, is the highest region.
R-A-S-T-A-F-A-R-I.